Hi there everybody, my name is Clara Frostman. I did my service learning project for the semester at the Red Tent organization in Parker. In this presentation I'll be talking about some of the mission and goals of the Red Tent organization, as well as some of the personal goals I feel I achieved during my time there. Let's get started. The Red Tent organization's mission is to support parents and children to build a strong relationship by providing a visitation environment that is uniquely designed for family relationships and building. It's a highly engaging and interactive environment oriented to provide play, communication, and movement, providing a variety of options from relaxing to stimulating, personalized in structure and private space, guided by a personalized Red Tent concierge, a trained family support professional. So the organization itself was founded by Mary Morgan and also was co-ran by Angie Estes. Mary Morgan has a background in family and children's play therapies for over 40 years and then decided to open up her own company because it wasn't really as interactive as she was hoping for with the play therapy side of things. So in the center itself there was a movement room, a play room, mini living rooms, as well as like a kitchen space that could be utilized by the families to have a whole bunch of different options to create a fun and caring environment for the child to reconnect with the parents or the other family members in that setting. So some of the things that I have learned. My two goals when I walked into my service learning project were to help families reconnect with each other and also to provide techniques for parents to support their kids. That was really important to me. One of the bases of the Red Tent is it's a court-ordered therapy. That the family has to come and be supervised, but it's also all about the child, not as much about the parent. In order to support those children, for me, it was helping those parents that have never really had to be parents learn skills to work with their kids. So for me, I feel like it was a big success. The family that I specifically worked with, the parents learned very well how to handle their children. One of them is a very left side of the brain, and one of them is also very right side of the brain. So what that means is one of those children that I worked with this past semester, he was very, very hyperactive. He was constantly running and moving and doing things, while his brother was very shy and reserved and didn't have the same interests or activities. So our goal with the parents was to work with them to create activities in a safe space that both kids could do the same activity and be working with the parent that was coming to court-ordered therapy. I also got to work with them and watch them bond as a family. When they first came into the center, they were very distant from each other. The kids weren't exactly thrilled to be going. They weren't really excited to be with the mom, and by the end of my service learning project, they got more familiar and more comfortable and actually started having conversation and really, really enjoying the time that they had with each other. We worked with the mom specifically to engage both of her children instead of one or the other at a certain time and really provide activities that could be interesting for both children. So what was really helpful for me during this time was my supervisors were so helpful. Every time that I had questions as I was new to the process, they were right there to support me and bring me instruction on how I could assist families when I was getting stuck. They offered immediate ways for me to address my family when there was maybe things that weren't going the way as planned, as for example, when the mom would break some of our policies that the center had. The training was also very detailed for me, which was really helpful, so I felt very prepared when I went into working with my family. The hindrances was the family I worked with really tried to push some of our rules of the center to begin with, which was difficult. And I also ran into problems with the parents not welcoming information, which also created some problems. But towards the end of the time with the family, they really got to be bonded and they stopped pushing our rules. So looking to the future, these kind of shaped my ideas of what I wanted to focus on in social work. It helped hone in for me what I want to do and what the kind of families I want to work with are helped provide me new techniques to work with families in the future. And it opened my eyes to working with children in family settings instead of just children individually, but actually with the family unit. So keeping all these in mind, it has definitely helped me to understand what I want to do and how I want to continue my education and my future practice in social work. That is my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for listening.